Alright, welcome back to Decode Traders App. Sorry about that feedback. I hope you guys are having a great time. Yeah, as usual, it's done here. As usual, it's done here at Decode Traders Hub. Apologies yesterday. Yesterday we didn't have power. It came when it was a bit late to do a session, and I don't normally love interruptions for other things. Otherwise, those that are on VIP, we are trading together, and actually I even shared what I was looking at in the market when I made the analysis. But yesterday, as you guys evolve now, I believe you've all witnessed how monies are. Yes, the moves were very interesting, but the momentum to actually give us the moves was not available. So momentum on monies is always something tricky, but I hope today we can get some good moves and actually capitalize on them and make some money. So let's get into it, and as always, we start with a prayer. Let's pray. Father, we give you praise. Thank you for this Tuesday morning. It is a great day. We believe it is going to be a great day, and nothing can hold us back. Thank you for the signals. Thank you for the entries and exit strategies you're giving unto us. Thank you for the good entry positions, good entry points that you're showing unto us today. We know that losses are part of the game, but we will be able to manage our losses and actually be even more profitable than even yesterday. We give you praise, we give you all the honor. In Jesus' name we've prayed. Amen. Alright, so without any further ado, please invite someone to join us. If you can, invite them. Just share them with the link and go ahead and like the stream if you love what we're doing here. Otherwise, let's start with Crush 500. So whoever followed yesterday's chart that I shared, I believe in one way or another you got one or two trades that you could actually get into. So let's start with Crush 500 and look at what we were waiting for. So yesterday I was waiting for this. It didn't come straight to this, but it came to that fair value gap. This was actually according to M15. It came to that fair value gap. I saw it late that it came to that, so I didn't enter. I wanted to enter when it does that right here and turns back here, but still I was a bit off chart, so I still missed the entry. But that's where I had my other entry right about there. So it gave us that move. So just like we wanted that move to head all the way there, but it didn't reach it. It didn't go all the way to the TP, but at least it gave you some that we were anticipating. So as of now we've seen price reacting back, and according to CCI it's actually in a sell. According to M15 we have a change of character right there, and we have a pullback right about there, and then change. So it means we are getting lower highs and lower lows. We are in a downtrend according to M15. I want to remind you, according to H1, this is just gonna be a retest. It's gonna be a retest here. According to H1, one may say it's just a retest. According to H4, same thing, it's a retest. So clearly we may see it come all the way back to this order block according to H4. So I want to first delete that. We know that price is heading there. It's gonna go to that TP level that we wanted, but it's not going to do it right about now. It is just gonna first test probably this order block right about there. right about there on H4. So clearly we are going to see this retest on H4. It is what is happening. The next candle should be taking us right here, which is going to start at 11. So probably we will be able to see, let me see some key points. So according to H1, we will be looking for that sell, but then as we are in a sell, we have here prices below 10 MA. We have a change of character right there. We may not see it give us a pullback on H1. We may actually see it continue to come all the way down to this, to touch this order block. So I would love to remove this. Remember, I wanted price to react to this level yesterday before we can continue, so it failed to touch it. So we may see it do it right now, actually come all the way to that order block, which is the H4 order block. So that's what I'll be anticipating. Pull back here right about there, and then get back into buys, to take us all the way there, so that's what I'll be waiting for. According to H1, I think we can have it on H1 and move on. So let's first look at what we need to delete. This has to go, this has to go, that has to go, that. Right, so let's clear up the chart so that we don't, okay, let's just delete it. This is going to take us all the way up, so first delete that for now. Go back to H4 and look at wait, what is that? Am I seeing this here? Delete it, go back to weekly. Alright, so that's it, that's there, so delete that. So I think that's a bit clear for now, what we are anticipating. Pull back here, and then we get into buys to take us all the way probably to this OB right about there according to H1. Alright, so that is crash 500 for us. Let's now get over to boom 1000. So boom 1000, I'm actually still in it. So let's look at boom 1000. So boom 1000, what I shared yesterday with you on the, I think I shared it, I don't know if I shared it, but what I shared with you yesterday on the channel, and that's why you see even I have a limit order, but surprisingly this limit order was not activated. Why? Because of the spread. Yeah, because of the spread it was not activated, but clearly you can see that price touched that order block the way I wanted. So the spread is what limited me to have my sniper entry there, right there. But of course yesterday when it did this, this is a rising wedge, I mean this is an ascending triangle. So I had, when it did this and failed and reacted on that fair value gap, I thought it may not even come back. So I saw that other change of character there, pull back, then here, touch that order block. So I made my entry there, and of course this was the first early entry, and now clearly we can see that it kept on playing within profits, then come down, right, and until it came to the right order block that we needed. And now that's where, in fact, anyone who is looking to trade, I would advise to enter now. But from what I'm seeing, I don't know why it is showing us oversold, overbought. According to M15, it's a bit weird. First go to H1, we are looking for buys. H4, we are looking for buys. So if you guys don't mind, those who haven't entered, if you have a big account, you can choose to enter and put your stop loss below this order block, below this low right here. That is if you want to enter now, but you can still wait. Let's see, it's may do a pullback, but it may just be a fake thing to wait for. It may not return. So if you haven't entered, I think I don't want to say that it is a right entry there, but you may not get another better entry than this. Entering right here, it means your stop loss is going to be, if you enter there right now, it means your stop loss is going to be below here. So if this stop loss is not within your risk tolerance, then you rather leave it. And the other time, I think was it Friday, Thursday, I taught you how you can know how much you're going to risk before you can even enter. Get this entry price that you're currently having, which is 2839, then subtract it with where you want to put your stop loss, and you can get that price right about there. And then look at the loss. How much is that? Is it within your risk tolerance? If it is, then you can make your entry right now. If it is not, then you can wait for it to make a pullback, or leave alone the trade. You don't have to trade all the assets which can't give you what you need. You just have to trade right. Note that every asset is good for all the accounts. Small accounts, I don't advise to trade boom 1,000. Yeah. All right, now that I've said that, we know that price is headed right there without a doubt. That's where we want to take our profits, but for now it is still consolidating within there. I can easily now delete that, and now look at this, and then we will still maintain my trend line up there and see what is happening. Right there. It's gonna go back to that trend line. It's gonna go there to that trend line. All right. This is what M30, looking for buys. This is trying to look for sales. It's a bit weird, but we are looking for buys. That's a general trend. H1, H4 daily is a sell, but only we are looking for. We are not going to sell now until we get a pullback. Then we can sell strongly even on all these other time frames. So that's why we are looking for a pullback on H4. That's what we'll be looking at. All right, so that's it. Let's now head over to boom 500. Hope guys you're still with me and you are getting some entry opportunities that you'll be aiming at today. So let's start with boom 500 weekly time frame. Alright, we are looking for sales. We're still selling. It hasn't given us an opportunity to start anticipating a retracement or a pullback. H4 it has given us a double bottom right there, but that candle hasn't closed, so the way it closes is what will confirm the double bottom right there. Whatever I have here, I think I should delete it right now. Then go to daily, delete that. Is it on daily? H4, so on daily, delete it. This is a break of structure. Never saw a pullback all the way up there, so clearly price is gonna give us that kind of move, to right there, or just around that level where we have some fair value gaps right about there. But as of now, I'm seeing some potential pullback or some potential double bottom. Let me go to H4. I want to see it clearly. Go to H1, M30, yes, M15, yes. So all I need now is a confirmed change of character. All I need is a confirmed change of character. Let me first check line chart. Line chart is giving me a W right there. Not really something I don't need right there. Okay, so that is what I'm seeing according to M15. So I can go back to M1, actually H1 I mean, and now wait for the change of character right about there. So I can easily delete all that. All I need is a change of character to start looking at buying this asset. So for now, this is a no-go. Boom 500. So no, don't waste your time on it. It's still not where we want it. Let's now head over to V25S. Vol25S. Vol25 1S. Now, it's been playing games ever since we got that breakout. We haven't gotten an entry to sell it. Go to D1. We are overbought. Why? We touched that order block on D1. We wanted that pullback, just like you see this. Wanted it to reach here, then we get the pullback, so we can get a better entry. We haven't gotten it yet, so I want to first delete that. I want to leave this order block right there. Delete that. And yeah, I think at least there. I can delete also that. So daily is now oversold. It is oversold, so meaning we should be looking for buys daily. H4 is oversold. We actually having something to do with a double bottom. If I go to H1, yesterday I was looking for something like that, a breakout, pullback, then entry. So I haven't gotten it yet. So in fact, I saw some break of structure down below that changed the structure, the way I was seeing things. So I can easily delete that. I can maintain that, but now drag it right about there. That is where I want to see change of character. Once I see that, I will be gladly looking for buy entries. So until then, let me go to H1. H1 is already in the buys. M15 is not yet decisive. He hasn't decided anything, so it's likely to come back again here and then continue into the buys. Can I go to M5? The momentum that we are currently seeing is a weird one to even make an entry. It's only M1 that gave us a change of character and a pullback. It's the one that only confirmed. So currently we can't use M1, so we have to wait for at least M5 or M15 to come back and give us an entry. But until then, I'm not trading this asset. I would rather wait for it to break out there, test it, test the level, and then make my entry to take me just there where I want that before I can continue selling it. Remember, it is only going to be that short. Actually, it may not even be this short. It may continue all the way up. Why? Because this retest is gonna be on the daily time frame. It's going to be on the daily time frame before we can come in strongly. So this one right here may even go all the way back there, according to daily, all the way back there, right about there. So for now, it's a no-go. We're not trading this at all. Just wait for it to give us what we normally wait to see. V25S. So market is still, either way, it is still having the low momentum. Don't know if we'll be able to make some money today. I'm not sure. Probably maybe on Boom 1000, which is already moving, but the rest I don't see any potential moves that are maybe profitable. So for now, let's delete all this and look at what we are waiting for. So this was yesterday actually. So those who remember, I told you I'll be waiting for this kind of move, but it went all the way up, grabbed liquidity there, then gave us a sell. I was waiting to sell it here, but the way the candlesticks were, I couldn't make the entry, so it was a no-go for me. I don't know what I've deleted, anything else that I've deleted, but let's go to daily. Daily price reached where we wanted it, and now it is on that order block, which is a daily order block. It has touched that daily order block. Wow, that's massive. So we can have this all be drawn properly right about there. First take off that and have it like that. So clearly we are on that daily order block, and that's why you see CCI showing us that we are overbought. So I can delete that because now these they are no longer necessary. They've already served us well, so we can delete. Perfect. So now we are starting afresh. Go to H4. We are oversold. Not yet, so we're not yet ready to engage in any kind of sell. We don't have any pullbacks, so this is a no-go. Don't even think about making any buy entries or sell entries. It's a no-go. Just wait for that momentum to be dealt with, and then once it is dealt with, we wait for some short consolidation that can either lead us into a bit of a pullback, probably to this order block, right here. Let's remove that. All right, so that is the order block right there. So probably once it becomes oversold, overbought according to daily, we may see a pullback. This pullback may come all the way to this order block. Why? Because this is a valid order block. This is a daily valid order block. But also remember, we have some fair value gaps on those points, so we still have some liquidity left back, which will be our points of interest. I'm not going to draw any of these fair value gaps. I will just leave them. We know them, but I will just have my order block down below there as one of my points of interest that I'll be anticipating for a pullback. And if I go to H4, you can clearly delete all these, delete that, go to H1, see if there is anything remaining. We want our chart to be clean. Yeah, so clearly you see we've been having some highs and lows, higher highs and higher lows. So that's why we are still in an uptrend. So until we see a change of character, don't think of anything, any entries, not even buys, because we have a signal of on CCI telling us we are overbought, so it's not worth it. Don't risk anything. Now jump 50. Market is very, very bad. We may not get any money out of it apart from boom 1000, like I said. Jump 50. We have a breakout pullback. We should be entering buys. So let me see. Why not? Why not is the reason. The reason why we are not doing that is because this may just be a fake breakout. Yeah. Why? Daily we are looking for sales, weekly we are oversold, and clearly we touched that trend line and we are coming from a resistance level. So that is the reason why. If I go to M15, H1, it is now the one that is weird. H4 is showing us sales, H1 is somehow giving us a signal to actually buy. Let me understand this. Is it a confirmed one? I think so. Let's look at M15. M15 tells us to sell. It has retested to that fair value gap. It has retested to that fair value gap right there on 50%, right about. Hey, it did not touch it. It did not touch that fair value gap, so meaning it's coming right about here, right about there. It did not touch that fair value gap, so it's coming for that liquidity at least before it can come in with the sales. So for now it's a no-go. Pull back here and then come with sales, probably come inside just like we want. So I'm not going to follow. I have H4 showing me sales, I have daily showing me sales, I have M15 showing me sales, I have a resistance right about there. They are also suggesting the sales. M15 is already in sales, M30 is already in sales, so I'm not following what I'm seeing on H1, which is trying to confuse me with some buys according to CCI. So I will just wait for this, and then probably I can make, if I get an entry, make my entry right there to sell this asset all the way back into that what is that? This looks to be a pennant, or one may say it can't be a descending triangle, so this looks to be a pennant. So if it is a pennant, then one will clearly know that this is the likely move to come around, if that is a confirmed pennant. if that's a confirmed pennant, that's where price will be getting us back to, if that's a confirmed pennant. So that's why this may be a tricky one. Wow. So this leaves us with just a puzzle to wait and solve. But for now, according to what I've seen on daily and H4, actually on H4, it's a pennant. But if we are using current data, then this would be the actual trend line right about there, and that would be it will be still a pennant. It will be still a pennant unless we start to sell and it changes the low and probably gives us something like a falling wedge or a flag. But apart from that, this would be now called as a pennant, which requires us to continue with the uptrend or the buys. So for now, this is a no-go for me. I'm not going to waste my time on this. Just going to leave it where it is, which is on H1, and head back to and change now to jump 25. The market is weird. It is very slow, low momentum, low everything. I don't know how we are going to manage to grab some money today. I don't love scalping when there's low momentum still. Scalping also works better when you have some good momentum. So let's start from all the way the weekly. We are oversold. Daily we are we actually in sales according to CCI, but with low momentum. We can see clearly what is happening. According to H4, that pullback we wanted has actually reached, but it did not give us an entry yesterday that we wanted. We wanted a pullback here. It did not give it to us. I don't know. Yeah, it did not. It actually came back to this. So yesterday I had given you two positions, even though I had not drawn this line here, but I had given you those two positions right there on the order block. If you can check the screenshots that I shared on the channel and in the VIP group, you'll clearly see these the screenshots of these levels. Pullback here or here. That's what I wanted, but it only came back to this pullback, and that's when the entry was. It was actually a fair value gap on H1. If you can clearly see that right there on H1. So pullback there, and we started to see higher highs and higher lows, and reached our TP level right there. Why there? Because that's where our Fib suggested, our Fibonacci suggested, right in there, and clearly in the middle there. So we should be anticipating now sells. We should be anticipating sells. So let's first go to H4. H4, we are looking for sales, and clearly that was a fair value gap on H4, has gone even beyond 50% of it, and we should now start selling this asset without a doubt. So H4 sells, daily sales, actually daily we are selling. H4 we are looking for sales now. H1 we have to sell now according to what we haven't touched the oversold. M30, it's a bit weird, I don't normally trade M30, but M15 is also showing me sales. So all I need now is a change of character, or to see probably when my price goes below 10 MA. Without a doubt we will be getting into our sales. So this is one that we are likely to now make money on today, this asset. So now I can delete this, that, and that. They've already given us what we want. They've reached our TP level. Now delete, and now let's wait for this. I can delete my limit order right here and wait for the entry on M15 to bring the sales all the way down below. Alright, so now leave it. Let's leave this, that order block, and it may even go to touch that order block, so we just give it time. This order block right here, that last order block, is the one that gave us this fair value gap. So it's clearly looking at either that order block or this very fair value gap right here. Now that it has gone beyond this one, we can go for that one. It is still within the H4 bigger one. So right, that's it. Let me now head over, let me head over to jump 10, which is our last asset. Did we skip any assets today? I think I'm in time. Wow, surprising. All right, M15 is giving me buys right there, but I need to start all the way from weekly. We have a momentum to sell the asset, but since we touched that weekly trend line, we are looking at a pullback, and since we even exceeded the retracement level, so we should be looking for retracement. So according to daily, we are looking for buys. According to daily time frame, we had a fake breakout here and a pullback, so we should be getting into buys according to daily time frame. Let me get to H4, look at what I have. Yeah, according to H4, I had a change of character. Now pull back to that fair value gap right about there, and that should be doing it, giving me an entry to sell this asset. Delete, go to a daily, go to H1 is not yet giving me what I need. Is that right? It's just now confusing everything. Should be aligning with what I need on. I've deleted my trend line, my moving average. Let me add my moving average. So now yesterday we wanted the pullback. It only stopped right about there and then started to get back into sales. So we actually wanted to make some money. Those who scalp, sorry about that, those who scalp, you should have gotten some money when it did that, when it gave us that kind of short move right there. So it didn't reach our TP where we wanted, then it came back into sales. So it has reached this fair value gap on H4, but as if according to H1 is still moving. So let's look at H1 we have a change of character. I want to remind you, even on MH4 we have a change of character. We have a pullback, which is that candle there, and then sales started. That is weird. This is on H4, so delete that, delete that. Now we've touched that order block, and H4 is still looking for sales. There's this order block down below. This was mitigated, this was mitigated, this order block, so I can delete all these. I can even delete this. I want now this. There's this order block. It's a valid order block. So I'm just still wondering. There's a fair value gap below it. This is weird. And price has already reached our 61.8, which is fair enough for us to actually look for a retracement. So this is going to be weird. H4 is looking for a retracement. H1 is giving us sales, is giving us momentum to sell this asset, but it has crossed that retracement line. M15 is oversold, meaning it is looking for buys. H1 will be looking for the retracement. This retracement will be coming where? To this break of structure. You get? I want you to understand that H1 is going to give us that, then bring us into sales all the way down below. This aligns with what we are seeing on M15. And now what we want on H1 will be now aligning with what we want on H4. H4 is going to be just a retracement, which will now later on bring us into buys in the longer run. I don't know if you're still with me there. I don't know if you guys are still with me there. But now that works out the plan that is actually evident on the momentum that we are currently seeing in the market. So now the buy is going to be according to M15, which is oversold. So we need to see the buy right here. If the buy starts, the buy will be short-lived to just go around this fair value gap on M15, grab the liquidity, then continue into sales, then head over into sales. Right now, I don't know, that is according to, okay, can delete it. Please delete that. So I need that pullback, then sell. So all I need now is to wait for the sales to start on the buys to start on M15. The buys to start on M15, or the sales to continue and break out, because momentum on H1 may overshadow or may take over the momentum that we are currently seeing, the reversal momentum of buys right here on M15. So let's wait and see what happens. This is jump 10. So we are likely to trade this asset also. So in the assets that I've seen that are likely to give us moves, that will be jump 10, jump 25, and boom 1,000, I believe. Yeah, boom 1,000. So that is what I may say according to what we have today. So for now, let's now head over to a recap, and we call it a day. Before we do the recap, I want to remind everyone that registration for the mentorship classes started. registration for the mentorship class, Apple class started, and of course also the subscription, the subscriptions for the Apple VIP platform, they also started yesterday. So anyone who wants to be part of any of those two or both, you know what to do. The numbers are there. Call or WhatsApp and we get you on board. Alright, enough of that. Let's now do the recap. Crash 500, we want to see something like that before we can get into the buys, but still remember the momentum is very low, so it's a bit tricky. Yeah, we are getting some lower lows and lower highs, so it's gonna come here without a doubt. So we wait for that. It's gonna come here. According to M15, we are in a downtrend after seeing that change of character right there. So we need this to come here, and then we can make our buy entries. Boom 1000. I'm already in some entries. This move here missed my limit order to activate it, and so now I'm waiting for price to give us another entry, which will be a pullback to cover up probably this. Where this is weird. H1 we are looking for buys, H4 we are looking for buys. So why are we looking for sells on M15? So it's just going to cover up. Probably it will come back to this order block right here and touch it once more, and then get into buys again. So we will wait and see, because it has now mitigated this fair value gap, but it's not that to the level that we need. Mostly we want it to reach around 50% of the fair value gap. So there's another fair value gap down below, so we still have a lot that we can anticipate right here. But until then, you can't make any entries right here, only and only if you know that you are able to put your stop loss all the way down below this low. If you can't do that, if your risk tolerance can't allow you to do that, then you wait. All right. Boom 500. We want to see the change of character. I don't want anyone to make an entry until it is a confirmed one, because we are looking for buys and daily H4, H1, but M15 hasn't given us what we need. So until then, we will not be making any entries, because momentum is still low. V25S. We want to see also a change of character. I would say we enter now, but it's risky, because this momentum currently that we have on Mondays and when the week is beginning, it is a very weird momentum, so you don't want to be caught off guard. V75 has started to give us sales just like we wanted, but all we need is a change of character so that we can come in with our sales just like we want on both H4 and on daily H4, H1, M15. Until we have a change of character, we cannot sell this asset. We want that pullback, and then we sell this according to what? According to M15. Yes. So clearly the sale has started. How are we going to confirm it? Not yet. We can't confirm it until we see a momentum to sell. until we see sell momentum. Right now I don't see any. I don't see any. Yeah, I don't see any. So that's a no-go still. This is likely to give us some money, which is jump 25. The sell has started right there from that fair value gap. Now let me see, why would one wait? One may wait. Why? Let me see. Yeah, the moving average. You want to confirm with the moving average. You don't want to be caught off guard, because you may enter buys right now and then it gives us another pullback, probably up there onto that order block. So it's not worth it to risk, even though we always want to get sniper entries. The distance between where price is and the moving average is not helping me to make that decision, so I can't do that. So it's a no-go for now until I see something I need on M15. As long as price is a bit below my 10 MA or it gives me a double top, immediately entry will be coming in. This is also coming around, but now all we need is to see the change of character. Then the buy come in, it's gonna be a short one, then the sells come in. But like I said, this move may even continue inside. According to M15, may continue a bit inside before we can come in with a sell. Why? We have an order block, a valid order block right there. We have a valid order block right there to may choose to go all the way up and then come in with sells again. So let's not rule out that move. We know that it is also capable to do that. So all we need is that. And we will be making our entries until we have a change of character. No entry at all. That's how weird the market is. Please don't force any trades, because you will face it rough. You will make losses that you did not calculate to actually have. So right about now, I want to still remind you about the different programs that we have. Like I said, the VIP is on, but also you can still engage with the mentorship program, which has started, the registration started yesterday. It's only 400k, but for the ones we are not in Uganda, that is $100, $110. So that is the registration. 1 month strictly, 4 sessions per week, and 4 sessions per week, 2 hours per session. That is how it is. Those that have attended my classes, you can attest that a lot of things you come in, unlearn, relearn, and change different things that we keep on doing. Trading is about unlearning certain things and relearning some and learning new things. That's about trading. Every day we learn new things. Yeah, so even that's about life actually. If you live a day and you spend a day without learning something new, then you need to check yourself. Probably there's something wrong. Life keeps on moving, so that's why we should also keep learning new things to adopt in the new life that we are having. Otherwise, let me wish you guys a happy trading day. The market is slow, so please, I remind you, don't force any trades. If you don't have a confirmation, you rather not trade, as you keep your account safe than making that decision. And wish you guys a good day. Happy trading. I'll be coming back at 1 for the BTC analysis, and we look at BTC. We may have started a second phase of bull run. So I saw earlier in the day, in the morning, most of the coins that I have invested in, they are all lighting green, which is a good thing, that there's been a movement, and that can only happen if BTC has gone ahead to rise again. So I last saw it when it was back to 88k, so we will see back about that today at 1 p.m. Those who are interested, you can always join in and be part of us. Otherwise, I wish you guys a good trading day. Happy trading. See you tomorrow same time. Bye bye.